Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I have a mandate from God, people, to bring about the greatest prosperity period that this world have ever seen. And the way that I do it, people, is by creating a million millionaires. Now, my topic for today, people, is you must be willing to make drastic changes in your life. I put it like that, man, because it's like, obviously in order for your life to change, you must change yourself. But sometimes, it's like we don't realize that we're going through the motions of life, man, where you can find yourself. I'm gonna give you some clues that will tell you when it's time to make changes. Okay, I want this to be very practical. So here's what happens. Whatever you find yourself doing as a routine that's not giving you the results you want, then you have to evaluate that, people. You must evaluate that and look at it and be like, okay, well, it's not producing the result I want. What can I change, or what should I change? And if you don't know, that's okay. You can be willing to just put it on pause for a while. It's like you can be doing something actively, aggressively for a year, 6 months even, and you don't realize it. But if it's not producing the results you want, I don't care how long you've been doing it, man. It's not working. You know what I mean? If it's not working, you must come to the realization that you have to change that. And in order to change that, if you're not sure what the next move is, at least put that one on pause. Pause it, man. It ain't going nowhere. You can go back to it if you decide to later, but at least pause it so you can clear your headspace to give you room to figure what else can you do. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's very necessary. It's just to break the normal routine, man. It's like the more you get in the habit of breaking your normal routine and allowing yourself the space to evaluate, like what's next or what can you try next, it's gonna do you a lot of good, people. I promise you in that regards. And that can be for any area of your life. It could be for different relationships you have with people over the years. You might realize that it's not as beneficial as it may have been in the past. And even those you have to evaluate. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who they're with. They could be with your family. They could be with friends. You have to evaluate those relationships and be willing to either savor them or moderate it. You know what I'm saying? Where you set up new boundaries, because at the end of the day, man, what you got to realize is that this is your life. You know what I'm saying? And you're creating your life literally brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally creating your amazing life, people. Like, that is the goal. That is the objective, is for you to create your amazing life. And this is a very valuable tool that you can use to help you to do that. Is that at the end of the day, people, is that cause and effect, man. It's like if you're not getting the results you want, just realize that whatever actions you're taking is not working. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. Life is simple, man. We just, as human beings, overcomplicate them. We need to make it simple. If the action you're producing is not getting the results you want, I don't care what you think, it's not working. That means that it's time to change it. You must change it. That's the only way the result is going to change. So once you come to that realization, then that gives you the space and the room to be willing to start seeking those areas in your life that need to be changed, that you've been overlooking because, you're just going through the motion, just being very complacent, you know. And look, man, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that, people. Like, there's nothing wrong with you realizing that, look, man, you're not as good as you think you are, or you're not as, like, just really being able to face your weakness in that instant of time. You know what I mean? Because what makes you strong, people, is not pretending to be strong, but to really be able to accept and identify your vulnerabilities and your weaknesses. And see, the more you can look at those and face them head on and be like, you know what? I'm not as good as I thought I was in that regards right there, then guess what, people? You're winning right now, and that makes you strong and powerful because you're someone that can face your weaknesses and identify them and be willing to make the necessary changes. Anytime you find yourself being in a space where you don't know as much as you think you know, all you need to do, people, is switch your hat and put on your student hat, man, and really, find the source that's going to provide the professional competency that you need to help you to overcome your weakness, or to at least help you start and improve on your weakness in that regards. You know what I mean? So it's like literally, man, it's like figuring life out. It's like the more you make sense of things, people, is the easier life get. And what I'm trying to do for you right now is I want you to make sense of the things that are happening in your life. That way, as you can make sense of them, then, or if you can't make sense of them, even that itself is a sign that that's not working. You know what I mean? If you're investing all this energy and time into anything and it's not producing the results you want, it's time to cut bait, man. Either cut bait or really make modification by putting up new boundaries, because again, you got one life to live, people, and I want you to have an amazing life. You know what I'm saying? And you can't have everybody else. You have to take responsibility, man, for your life, because that's the way God intended to be. You know what I'm saying? You have to make the decisions that's best for you and your family and your amazing life that you're creating, man. Anyway, that's literally the message today, people, is I want you to walk away today from this video starting to look over areas of your life and just realize, which area am I invested in that's not giving me the result I want? And then either put it on pause or in real time try to figure out what you can actively change, modifications you can make to that routine that's going to produce the life you want. And if you can't figure that out, man, listen to me. Put that on pause for a minute, whatever action you've been doing. That way, when you don't do it, it gives you the space to figure out, okay, what could I be doing with that time? You know? So that is the message today, people. I'm going to go ahead and declare my affirmation for your life. Right now, people, I am grateful now that you are a millionaire. I am grateful now that you're married to the person of your dream, people. I'm also grateful now that you're in the best shape of your life, man, and you have amazing health. I'm grateful for all of those things, in advance. After that, people, listen, right now I definitely want to pray over your life. I pray that the Spirit of God inside of you, man, will continue to lead you and guide you to keep exploring life and figure out what your amazing life look like. I also, people, want you to develop the confidence and the belief that you deserve everything great that life have to offer. Also, people, just want to pray, man, for you to stay encouraged, stay motivated as you keep moving forward and make the changes that are necessary in your life. I pray for nothing but abundance and blessings over your life, people. Y'all have an amazing day, and we'll talk tomorrow.